So recently, I was asked to do a comparison of a kind that I normally wouldn't do. I mean, this is even more extreme than the Staccato C versus the Hive Glock 43. And I thought about it, and I had a discussion with one person, and I've decided to, let's go ahead and shoot that. Let's go ahead and shoot that comparison. So recently, I have done videos on both the Chambers Custom NightFighter and the STI Staccato P. And I was asked a question that I really had a little bit of trouble with, simply because in my mind, I was asked to do something that is nearly impossible. I was asked to compare these two guns. Why is that impossible? STI is a production company, and I don't know how many thousands of guns they make per year. And the STI Staccato, the Staccato series, is the recipient of all of that R&D they've done over the course of time for competition guns, and they've taken it and put it into a carry configuration that is so good that a lot of law enforcement agencies that really, really like single action, but really, really like 9mm, and really, really like flat shooting, and really, really like a whole lot of other features, they're going for the STI Staccato P. I get it. I understand it. On the other hand, Chambers Custom, the NightFighter, Chambers Custom might make 125 guns a year. These guns are they're put together a completely different way. Now, what do they have in common? They both use hit the mic. They both use STI proprietary lowers, and the way that they're used and the way they're implemented and everything else is quite interesting. Now, Joe leaves his pretty much alone, except for changing the texturing on the grip. STI does a little undercutting on theirs, both here and here. And that's about, they have barrels, they have slides, they have hammers, triggers. That's where the similarity ends, and then that's where the difference becomes. The STI gun is a production gun, and I don't know how many of these they're going to make this year or next year or whatever. And I believe the head of gunsmiths at STI is a young fellow named Sean Armstrong, who comes from the same sort of background that Joe does. Joe knows Sean. And this kind of gun, at its price point, this is actually sort of a bargain. The standard STI Staccato P comes in at $19.95. You've got a whole bunch of production standards that are superb, and the shooting is superb as well. But it is not hand fit. They don't have the time at STI to do what Joe Chambers does to a gun. Joe Chambers, with the gun that he's building me, he told me it was going to take 30 hours of work, which that doesn't sound like a long time. That's not even a work week, right? But first he's got to get to it, and that's where the problem comes in, because Joe has himself, and I think maybe one or two other people working on guns, and like I said, he makes 125 guns a year. This was a run of 27. Joe got one. Chuck Pressburg got one. They got 25 of them to sell, and they're gone. They're out. The NightFighter is over. There is no more NightFighter. For our purposes, there is no NightFighter. So this gun now is a rarity, but the fitting of the barrel, the fitting of the bushing, the fitting of the way the spring is, the spring weight to slide mass ratio, all of those things. These are all taken into consideration by Joe when he's putting together a gun. The trigger pull, the hammer, how far, he's watching when the slide goes forward, he wants to see how much the gun goes like that. He's watching to see how much the muzzle dips down when it goes back into battery and you're setting up for the next shot. He doesn't want to go anywhere. So the long and short of it, I mean, you know, you've seen me on the range with these, right?
Stop!
And you have to bear in mind that that's me on the range with all of my bad habits I've developed over the last few months. That's the testament to these guns about how flat they are and how forgiving they are. As far as staying on target, with the NightFighter, I don't think I missed steel once. I've shot this one a lot more, and I just get happy with it. I just, you know, I love the wide body 1911, and you know, this is me being in heaven right here. So if you want to compare these two guns, first of all, it's not even fair. This gun right here is like going to a really nice men's haberdashery, and you're picking out a suit that's on the shelf, and they're going to alter it, and they're going to fit it to you so it fits your body. They're going to make the, you know, the cuffs, the length, all the other stuff, make the jacket right, take it up here and there. This is where you go to the designer's house, and he measures the suit, and it's only going to ever fit you. It's not a regular size. It's not anything regular. It's fit for you and you alone, and that's the difference. That's the difference. Both very fine suits, but this one is only made for one person, and there's the difference. So, comparatively speaking, going out the door with either one of these is not a problem. Going out the door with either one of these is not a problem. This one is a heirloom piece. This one is going to be a workhorse. This one is a workhorse as well. See, it's impossible to compare them. This is more gun. And at the price point these come in, when I look at some of the other designers I've seen out there, some of the other name brands and everything else I've seen, this is not bad. This is not bad. I've seen 1911s, 2011s, wide body 1911 bodies. I've seen them for a lot more money than the NightFighter went for when they were in production. So this is in the ballpark for anybody out there. It's just that Chambers guns are so rare that when I do this video for YouTube and when I'm writing the description, the Chambers tags don't pop up. They don't respond to anybody. Nobody uses the tags very much. STI, of course, their tags are everywhere, and that's sort of how you can tell how much of a how prevalent it is and how known it is by looking at the way things pop up for it when you're trying to describe it. So I recommend both guns. If you have the budget for one of these, do it. If you have the budget for one of these, this is one of these guns that will pass. I mean, Joe has people that have. He has one client that has bought 14 of these. 14. This is not settling. This is a different kind of gun, built a different way, but a superb way. It's just not built this way. Best I can give you. My opinion, as are all things here, my opinion. If you like this kind of content, and I hope you do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, maybe subscribe. I'm out of here.